Welcome back, Arcadians and gaming nerds. How you all doing, guys? I hope you're all staying safe inside in these crazy times that we're living in right now. But we've got to do it. We've got to keep this virus down. So just stay indoors, and keep all the elderly and vulnerable away from this horrible virus. But, we are lucky enough to be in a hobby where we actually enjoy being at home, self-isolating, playing these games, restoring these games and getting them going. And guys, this game here, Wizard of War, I've been wanting to do a video on for such a long time. I've had it quite a while actually. I bought this in the beginning of 2019 in Texas. I don't know, I searched for the game. I've been playing it a lot at the arcade club. Really do enjoy the game. It's a great two-player game. And I thought, I just wondered if there's any out there for sale. And I just searched eBay and found this one up for sale for around about £750. I don't know what that is in dollars, but I thought, well, that's not a bad price, because you've got to add on the shipping costs as well, which is usually about £600. So that's about right for this sort of dedicated cabinet from this era, and it's in fantastic condition. It's got the normal wear and tears of any arcade game that's been on location, where kids have been playing it back in the day. But it is a fantastic game. It's a really good two-player game, which is what I like. And I thought that would be great for the arcade, get people playing together. I do fancy a track and field and Street Fighter and stuff like that. But, I thought I'd go for something a little bit different. And I thought of this, basically, because I used to play this a lot on the 8-bit computers. I think it was called Wizard Warriors on the Sinclair Spectrum, and I think it was on the Atari 2600 as well, and really enjoyed it. It's one game I went back to quite a lot, and I didn't actually realise it was an arcade game until recently getting into the hobby and researching a lot of this old stuff. And it's absolutely a fantastic cabinet. It's got the synthesized speech, which I love. I'm a sucker for the synthesized speech. It's got great graphic effects. When you kill the wizard at the end of one of the levels, it all sort of flashes and goes all funny, and I just think it's a little quirky. It's a different game, and I think it's a really, really good game, and everyone that's played it think that actually this is a lot of fun, especially two-player. So as you can see, it's got a kind of Dungeons and Dragons feel about it, which also I love, because I was massively into Dungeons and Dragons. So basically you're in the maze, you're fighting all the monsters, and you've just got to clear the whole maze of all the monsters to get onto the next level. But the mazes change, they swap around, and you get a sort of end-of-level boss as well, or two end-of-level bosses. You get the Warlock, and you get the Wizard of War, and you get double points for that if you get those. So yeah, it's a fantastic game. So before I do any gameplay of this, I just want to show you around the cabinet. We'll have a look at the artwork and stuff, and then we'll turn the camera around and we'll have a little game of this fantastic game, Wizard of War. So here we go, guys. The marquee, Bally Midway, Wizard of War, came out in 1981. And they certainly went to town on the artwork back then. Draw the kids in to play the game with all the fascinating artwork. Really kind of set the imagination juices flowing. Especially if you're into Dungeons and Dragons back then, this would have been really attractive to play. You can see the bezel follows the artwork down with the wizard casting his spell over the monitor. Unfortunately, my bezel here, I took it off to clean, and some of the artwork on the back came away, so I've got to get a new monitor bezel at some point. It's glass, so that's not going to be easy to find. And then we move down to the control panel. It's got a fabulous kind of old English font, gives it that kind of medieval Dungeons and Dragons feel about it. And you may notice that the fire buttons are for left-handers, which is quite unusual. Usually on the right-hand side of the joystick. It takes a little while to get used to, but you soon get used to it. There you can see player 1, player 2 start. They probably need a little buff up. These, have lost their colour a little bit. But other than that, it's in fantastic condition. And you can see the wear on here where people have been putting their hands on the game. And what I like about this control panel, it's very similar to the Gorf MIDI arcade game, which I've got as well. Now the Gorf Upright, the big Gorf game, has an illuminated control panel, so there's a light behind here. But the MIDI is very similar to this. It's just got screen printed artwork like this on here, which I absolutely love. Look at the artwork, guys. So cool. Really, really cool. Coin door's not in bad nick. It's got this horrible glue all over it, which I've been trying to get off. I'm gonna have another attempt at that. And there you see the state of Texas there, where it was last in use. Texas Amusements Machine Commission. So we've had to put that on there to make sure the game was safe to play. It's passed all the tests and ready to be in location. And down here is the drawer. You can actually get to the cabinet, I can't undo it now because I'll have to undo the coin door. But you can actually get to the board. I'll show you that in a bit actually. I'll open the coin door off and turn it off. The actual board set's down here, which is really handy to get to. And it's got 3 speakers here. So you can actually turn each speaker up and down. So if you want more speech to be a little bit louder, you can do that. See the 3 speakers here, guys. And the controls for that are all inside the coin door. And then moving round, you've got this wicked wizard on the side here. And you know what? It's got enough patina not to do anything with it. The actual cabinet is in beautiful condition. And I love the way they've just kind of, it's like a cream paint splattered with a kind of black. It looks dirty at first, but then when you get up close, you think actually it's a really nice effect. These black dots have been put on there on purpose, which is really, really nice. It's in fantastic condition, guys. It really is. Just got a little bit of wear here, which I don't mind at all. So I'm not doing anything to that at all. It's quite a slim cabinet, actually. And you might notice if we swing the camera around here, you'll notice that the monitor sticks out the back because it's so slim. They've had to put this monitor shroud over the back here to protect the neck of the tube, which is really unusual. You've got to be really careful when transporting this cab, but it's pretty well protected with this. It's made of plastic. So yeah, really, really cool. It's got wheels at the bottom there, vents to vent the whole machine. And actually Mark's put a fan in this as well, which is handy because some of these chips are custom chips, hard to get hold of. If they get too hot, they can fail and be really hard to get hold of. So he's put a fan in there just to cool it down. So to open this drawer at the bottom, you just got to open the coin door up and there's 2 clips down here, very similar to the control panel. Mark, I haven't put these bulbs in yet, dude, because I've put them in the house somewhere and I can't bloody find them, but I will put them in, mate. It will make a hell of a difference. I love the little lights in there, but yeah, I can't find them anywhere. I've put them in, they're in the house. Anyway, so once you've undone the clips, the drawer opens up and the whole PCB cage comes out in the drawer, which is really handy. And Mark's put a fan on here to keep those custom chips really cool. And you can see it's, you know, all the balls there in that cage, which are a nightmare to fix apparently. Very similar to Gorf, but Mark done his magic on there, so that's all good. So there you go, power supply is on the side, switching power supply, which is stuck on the side there, which was all loose when it came over here. And then as we look around the back, taking the back door off, see the monitor and the neck really sticks out from the cabinet. And that's the reason for that shroud that goes over the door there. And you can see inside. It's all pretty clean and tidy. Mark's done a fantastic job of that. And there you can see where the screen print is flaking off the bezel, which is a shame. But that is all that's wrong with it, really. Other than that, I'm really happy with this cabinet. It's such a fantastic game. And just on one other note, just wanted to show you, it has like an attract screen. So if kids came up, normally they did back in the day, and they'd hang off the joystick, it would go into kind of an attract mode, a little bit like Gorf. You know, you hold onto the stick of Gorf and the sounds, effects come in, the music comes in and the gameplay comes in. So if I just touch this, enter coin. So you get this constantly playing. Whenever you touch it, this will come on. So it's really, really cool. And then you get a bit of gameplay as well. So let's set the camera up, guys, and play a little bit of Wizard of Wor. Right, so here we go, guys. Start off with 5 warriors, basically. And here you can see all the points. 100 points for the Boer War, 200 for the Gar War, 500 for the Fur War, 1,000 for the Warrior, 1,000 points for the Warlock. And if you get him, the next level goes into double points. And if you get the Wizard, it's 2,500 points. You both start in these boxes on either side of the screen with 5 lives, and you can stay in these boxes for at least 10 seconds and then you've got to move out, okay? So you can hang around a bit, wait for things to move out your way, and then make your way into the maze, killing as many monsters as you can. Now you can kill the other warrior, which is controlled by the computer, because I'll be playing against the computer, for 1,000 points. But really you want to keep the warrior in the game, because the later levels it gets so hard, you need some help. You know, and that's what makes it fun when you're playing 2-player at this game. You work together. And where it gets fun is when you end up shooting each other, and that's when arguments start. I've had that many times. It's like, yeah, I beat you. Yeah, you beat me because you shot me about 3 times, you sod, you know. So it is a fun game, and it can get quite heated, which I absolutely love. So look out for the characters in the radar. You can see where they are. And let's just see how far I get. If I can get to kill the wizard, that would be a great video. But I'll see how it goes. Not an easy game, guys. I love the eerie music to this, and the speech is awesome. Now, it starts off really slowly. So I'm the yellow warrior. Computer is the blue warrior. And they will shoot at you as well. So first level done. I'm winning, I've got 1,100 points.
Now you get you. Ha 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 ha.
Got him. Here's the warlock, and he got him. So we get double points now, guys, on the next level, because the computer managed to kill the warlock. I didn't. So he got 1,000 points for that. It doesn't pay to hang around either in this game, because they do creep up on you. Here he is. Got him. So I get 1,000 points for that. Double score now.
You're asking for a double warrior. Your war is ready and hungry for space food. Ha 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 ha. Star War and Star War becomes invisible. Ha 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 ha.
Ah, he got me. First life down. Ah, got killed again. My lives are slowly depleting here. And I got him. Oh, he escaped. So the warlock escaped. We don't get the double points on the next level.
Your war is ready and hungry for space food. Ha 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 ha. Now you get
You can fire as many times as you like, but like Gorf, it will stop. Oh, where are they? I'm getting scared. I can't see where they are. Ah. I don't like being there. Ah. like being in this corner. Oh, there's too many of them. I need to get out. I'm running. I'm running scared. Died. I didn't like being stuck in that corner. Let's give it another go. I've got to show you the wizard because it's so cool. Right, let's give it another go. You see how much it speeds up. It gets really fast and intense. Ah, you got me! Walked straight into that one. Right, where is he? Down the bottom left corner. Got him. I'll get him as well for another 1,000 points.
I'll try you with my lightning bolt. My magic is stronger than your weapon, warrior.
Where is he? Got him. Warlock. He got him! Got him before me. About even here on men, but he's just beaten him on score.
And hungry for space food. Ha 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 ha. If you get too powerful, I will take myself. Ha 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 ha.
Got him. Warlock. Got him! He usually escapes out of those doors, you see, so you've got to cover one of those doors to get him. Well, I'm trying to get out of this corner this time. I don't like being down here.
My message is stronger than your weapon, warrior.
What? Got him again! He's the wizard! Oh, he got me! Where is he? He escaped! The wizard escaped! Didn't get him. He disappeared. Divid there. Was different around.
My magic is strong.
There we go. My score 16,800. So there we go, guys. Wheel of War. It's a fun game. It's even better when you're playing two players. It's such a cool game, and you can get some really big points. I mean, I had a mate round here, Steve, Backflipper, came around here and to pick up his orbital machine, and we had a quick game, and he absolutely thrashed me. You know, he killed me a few times, but he managed to get a score of like 45,000 or something, which I haven't managed to get yet. But I think to get those sort of scores, you need to be playing it two player. Such a cool game. Really happy to have this in the collection. So that's it, guys. My video of Wizard of War. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for all the new subs. Thanks for watching. Give us the old thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.